All right. This week's musical production here at the Creative Commons Community Music Awards is brought to you by Lose, with several, actually I think they have 3 Twin Cities locations, Lose sandwiches and drinks.
All right. Yeah, and don't forget Rory Scovel, the comedian Rory Scovel is coming to the Twin Cities soon, and he's filming his next stand-up special there, so you might as well just grab tickets now and check it out.
There's nothing scarier than corporate sponsorship, right?
That's right. Although this is, I think this is more indie. This is,
yeah. I mean, Lose is like they have like 3 locations, and yeah, they're not a big gigantic place. But yeah, if anybody wants to send me some drinks, Doug at blocksonic.com. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That taping event that I was talking about, that's happening on November 11th. It's in Minneapolis.
Nice.
At the Cowles Center. You know that? Or Cowles, maybe? The Cowles Center.
How's it spelled?
COWLES.
No, I don't know where that's
Cowles.
I'll have to look that up. All right. We are entering into our spooky season here. I'm gonna start things off with the band Old Coffins, and their track is Paranormal Hernia.
Turn around and break me, hold me under. Sell me down the river and burn my clothes. Though you would not say move to a cruise. You'll keep me in the closet with your face. Another rotten apple of my third eye. You're as blind as a bat right out of hell. You still walk over my demonic shells. I don't wanna be
play that.
Yes, I like that one.
Yeah,
That was
that-
great, man. I like their sound. It's really good.
Yeah, they kind of come from the like the Cramps school of punk rock, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like them a lot. I'll be checking them out. I'm gonna follow them on Bandcamp. They don't have a Spotify, but looks like they're on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. Awesome. Excellent. So yeah, you sent me one, the Zombie Dandies Halloween again, right? I like that one, so I'm gonna flow into that one next.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tonight there's something different. The moon is still
Available for free download at nowhere. Unless it was at the bottom of the screen and I couldn't see it. I think the last graphic never popped up. It's available free download. I'm not sure where.
Yeah.
We'll let you know if we find out.
Pretty spooky, not knowing where to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long will it be before the spooky puns stop being hilarious? I don't know. Maybe never.
I think it was Bandcamp where you could probably get it for free. Let's see. Yeah, name your price at Bandcamp. That's what it was.
Nice.
The artist forgot to put the graphic at the end of the video, unless it was just too low.
Yeah.
I think we were seeing the full screen though, right? So I don't know.
Well, so I don't know how.
I'm not sure.
You know, you could like,
you know what I mean?
You could like edit your video in different resolutions.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if for some reason they had had it lower than YouTube allows, it's at least possible. Or maybe there's a video somewhere that's not for YouTube dimensions, and then YouTube formats. You would think it would squeeze it or something, but who knows?
You would think, but it's possible. It looks like it was made for YouTube size. I don't know what happened at the end.
Yeah.
I think it was just a mistake.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm double checking it. It is definitely not there. Yep, it's definitely not there. It's Bandcamp, people. Bandcamp.
Yeah. For folks that are not familiar with the punk rock scene, there was a band. Well, actually, they're still around. So they were big. They were active from 1980 to 1990, and then they had a reunion in 2006, and they're still doing their thing apparently. But the name of that band was Reagan Youth. Now, I'll let people do their own historical, fact finding as far as why did they named their band Reagan Youth. They were not big fans of Ronald Reagan. I'll just leave that there, and people can do the rest. But I feel like that's important context for the next band. And the next band is called Cthulhu Youth. And actually, I kind of forgot the name of this track. It's Gnarlatron or something. Let me look at it again.
That's
Gnarlatron. I was like, it's gnarly something. Yeah. So this is Cthulhu Youth with Gnarlatron.
Great name.
I like how that guy got the sunglasses memo. So
Yes. He also knows where to get a good box of hot wings.
yeah. So so the beginning of that was pretty sludgy. But
Yeah.
towards the end of that, that was a genre called power violence.
Oh, really?
So you'll
Okay.
see some references to this again. People like their puns. One of the greatest CC metal bands. They're kind of like avant-garde. But I think they fit pretty safely in metal though. Is a band called or the name of the band is Potato Hate Explosion, and one of their albums is called Flower Violence, which is a play on the power violence
Okay.
genre of music. So so yeah, if you were into that and you're like, man, I gotta find me some more of that, look for power violence, and you will find more of that.
Flower power.
Yes.
Violence. Nice. Excellent. Moving on, we're gonna get into some Barara, which I like. I played a bunch of videos by this band, and this is more of a Halloween vibe. This is Visiones Nocturnas, meaning well, you know what it means.
Some people might not, Donnie. Nothing like roasting marshmallows with a cool fall breeze.
Yes, perfect fall weather activities. Perfect. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that one.
They are on the label that I can never remember their name.
Yeah,
Right.
Los Discos.
Yeah,
That's
I
not it.
always push together like a handful of Spanish words and try to.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I do on the show. It's like when I try to like type it into Google, I'm like, let me type some Spanish words. And
Yeah.
I can never find it because I never get it right.
It's because
yeah.
it's 6 words long. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, too many words.
La vida es un mus discos. That's a
Yes.
lot. That's a mouthful.
It is.
Not good for marketing when you can't remember it, but
no,
maybe they need to shorten it.
The thing about it is though,
Great
is that
label.
I remember their logo. Their logo's great.
Yes.
The pill.
Yes, great logo. Just a great label. I really like them a lot.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot on there that I don't like. I usually like almost everything they touch. So
yeah.
Almost.
Well, hopefully you like this next one then, because this next one is also off of that label, and it also has a Spanish name. Now we should note that this label is actually based in London, and they don't have any particular ties to Spain as far as I'm aware. Certainly like the music is not all like Spanish musicians. I mean, like if you look at like Salta Magres, like I think all of their musicians are Spanish. There are definitely some net labels that sort of like net labels are big in Spain. I don't know what the deal with that is, but in any case, that one, Visiones Nocturnas, I think that's Spanish. Maybe that's Latin. I don't know. Doesn't have the diacritics, so maybe those were just don't have diacritics. I don't know. This next one though, I know is in Spanish. Que tendrá, and that means what will it have?
Okay.
And yeah, that's not a particularly Halloween name there, unlike yours, which I mean, out of the box, I'm like, boom, that's a great Halloween song. But you will find that this video, this video is definitely bringing the Halloween vibe. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Que todos la miran, la
According to that label, the word punk is at the end of the label. Maybe I bet the full label, and so it's 7 words long. I
So
think
many words.
it didn't fit onto the title on their YouTube. They can only fit 6 words. Technically, punk is at the end. That makes more sense because disco's punk, right? La vida es un de discos. Okay.
Well, so
yeah.
So on there, on the label, it does say that, but I think also on the Google, so that first bit without the discos punk is their name on their URL on Bandcamp. It's La Vida es un Muse.
Oh.
So see the thing. So like, I think one of the things that messes me up is it's like not musica, which is what
yes,
would be in Spanish. You know what? I should just find out what this actually means in Spanish, and maybe that will actually help me remember what the hell that it is.
Yes.
All right. Life is a muse is what this what it means.
Oh.
So yeah. See if I just
is it use and then disco punk or like
I think that means records. Discos is records.
Punk records. Okay.
Yeah. So Discos is records. So yeah. So they're that's just sort of like
punk records
explaining what
or
they
just
do.
Records. Punk. Yeah. Record label.
Punk records. Yeah.
Punk records.
Yeah. So again, I don't know that they have any ties to Spain, but they have we're actually going to play another band off of their label later out of Chicago. So a little teaser, but it's not my turn yet. So
nope. Yeah, I was thinking about that Spain situation being net label friendly. I think it's because they have a strong independent music scene there.
Well, I think also that their rights organization there is particularly heinous.
Yeah, so the Creative Commons movement's strong there. For that
yeah, so people here like to complain about the RIA and things of that nature, but the one in Spain is they have a bad rep. So
yeah, and Spain's also, I think they have a lot of like experimental alternative music.
Well,
they lean avant-garde. I think they lean.
So that's an interesting point. So Hazard Records has been around since the 90s, and they're Spanish, Anki Toner, and they are and they actually use CC0 for all their stuff.
That is punk. That's
yeah. Well, they're. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say their label was punk. It's more like avant-garde, experimental sort of thing. But you saying that made me think like,
I should say that's radical.
Yes.
Just saying
it
public
is.
domain,
it is.
have fun with it. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So so that is we interviewed Anki on Music Monument, but I don't remember if he had. I mean, this was probably a decade ago now that we interviewed him, but I can't remember if it was the rights organization that was why I did it, or just like in the 90s. He started releasing stuff under some sort of like public domain thing, like before Creative Commons existed. So, and then the Creative Commons came out with CC0, and he's like, oh, this is a thing that people actually understand, which is basically doing what we're already doing. So we'll just understand
what he was doing.
Right, exactly. So
I remember that episode vaguely. Now that you bring it up, I remember hearing that story transitioning.
Yeah.
Someone was transitioning from had that story. Yeah. I think I listened to pretty much all the Music Monument podcasts, but like you said, it was a while ago, and I only remember about 1 to 3% of anything that happens anyway.
Right. Yeah.
If I like a book, I have to read it like 25 times, and then it might start sinking in. But someone else got the photographic memory, but it's okay. Oh man. All right, let's keep the wheels spinning, man. The gears turning. Let's jump into Tigerberry and break the lies. You know what I mean? Let's do it.
That's what I always say.
Yep. All right, and a Halloween dance party in the graveyard with a little cold wave. You can add that to your Creative Commons bands list and put it on your Excel spreadsheet. You'll be good to go.
None more punk rock than Excel spreadsheets.
True. I just have a feeling you have an Excel spreadsheet because when it's Halloween, you all of a sudden have like 5,000 songs that you've been saving all year.
No, maybe I should have an Excel spreadsheet. Actually.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't.
Yeah.
Just because you always have so many Halloween songs, or
yeah. So what I do,
like you have a filing system or something.
I do kind of have a filing system, but what I do is I just have I use this thing called tree tabs in Firefox, and then I just make sort of like a tab folder for like Halloween stuff, and I just kind of dump things there. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, not quite as organized as an Excel spreadsheet.
Do you do that?
But it works.
Yeah, I was gonna say throughout the year you probably see scary stuff that would be appropriate for Halloween, but you probably don't see like holiday, end of year, Christmas stuff throughout the year. So
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
little more tricky.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know that we got to talk about that at some point, whether or not we want to do a Christmas show or just fit it in, we get it, or yeah, now's not the time to have that discussion. But
yeah.
so I had mentioned there was a band off of that label from Chicago. And that's coming up, but I realized that the next thing I had on the playlist is also from Life is a Muse, La Vida es un Muse. See, I'm going to actually remember this now that I know what it means.
Yeah, I think I am too. I think that's going to help. And knowing that the disco's punk is separate and that we're saying record label. And so this is a big help to help remember it.
Just blowing our minds here on Creative Commons Community Music Podcast. Yeah. So anyway, this band is also off of that label, and it's also in Spanish. So the name of the group is Porvenir Oscuro, and then the name of the track is Oscurazo Humanad, which basically means disgusting humanity. So feel good track of the summer coming up here.
Excellent.
Okay, yes, it was a promo video, but it felt like it was the right vibe. So
it was also the right length for a punk song. So
yes, exactly.
I barely even noticed. I can't tell the difference between the commercial and the actual song for one of the most commercial genres. But
yeah,
that's great. Cool. Well, I think that we should jump into the Olmsted session of stress positions with the Welang Haya, Interpeller, This Land, that sort of thing, whatever. But I don't know if you know this group or not, but I definitely really like their sound. I like the lead singer. She looks unassuming, but she has an incredible vocal style. So let's check her out. Yes, I love that.
Very nice. I'm not like by any stretch of the imagination a expert on like indigenous dress, but her dress reminded me of the Oktoberfest dresses,
Yes.
which is appropriate since Oktoberfest is going on for 2 more days as we record. But yeah.
Do you see what I mean when I said she seemed unassuming, and in the sense that to me she reminds me of like maybe someone who, if you had an office job, would maybe be sitting in the next cubicle next to you, like "Good morning," and then at night she goes out and that's her band, and it's amazing. And the vocal technique too, to not blow out your voice with that style, is impressive, which means she knows what she's doing. She's not just like screaming, like she's in control of her voice and her diaphragm, and that's also impressive. I just think the whole thing's great. But her voice is incredible, man, the way she's using it and everything.
The other thing that I thought of,
and then there's the October dress. I totally forgot about the Oktoberfest dress with that. That's the other thing that's like, it's very interesting.
It's not quite the right dress, but what I thought too was like that, somebody was like, "Hey, I need you to be in my wedding," and she's like, "Okay, I can be in the wedding, but I can't stay for the after party because I have a gig." Yeah. So she's like in her bridesmaid's dress and just like running into the show. Just running in and slaying the show, man. Yeah. So. I would love to see them live, man. If they're in New York, I'm there, because that sold me. That 3-song set, that's just incredible, man. I dig them. They bring it. So next weekend you are out, correct? Yes. Why don't you play another video, because I can save my videos for next week if you've got more. Let's see. And if you don't, then I have more. Let's or you can also save them for our Halloween extravaganza on October 29th if you want to do that. No, I have one to play. I just confused because I remember of saying this band name before, but I must have had 2 songs by them, and I think that's why I'm getting confused. Okay. So let's jump into Ubadot. You remember Ubadot? Ubadot? You remember? Check it out. Yeah, last week.
Hay que buscar la música del pueblo, como por ejemplo aquí. Hay que buscar la música del pueblo.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to stress positions, they're out of Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, so nice.
They're more likely to play your city than mine, but hopefully they'll come through.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rory Scovel, the comedian, he's playing your city on November 11th, so he's great. Sweet. Yeah.
We are running out of time, but I think we have just enough time. This track is not particularly Halloween themed, but it is a punk rock band. This is The Fuck Ups.
Oh.
And now it's time for a nursery rhyme. Take a look at my stuff. Do you think I have enough? Do you think I
I have no idea what the little clip at the end is about. So,
That's weird. Yeah, that happens.
or that might be like the lead singer at like their other gig or something. I don't know.
That would be the best.
That would.
I love that. There should be more. There should be more purposeful slip-ups at the end of songs where the band like has some leftover recording from before that plays at the end.
Well, I'm not sure that was a slip-up because it said album coming out soon. I think that was an intentional promotional ad, but it was like also like.
It was a completely different genre. It was very strange.
yes. Maybe that was part of the joke is that it's completely different. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the live stream before we before the good people at PureTube get left out. So bye.
All right, sounds good. All right.